people, after that short break. So the next will be starting with this Accounting Standard 16, which talks about borrowing cost. Huh? What? Boring cost. Yeah, fine. Boring cost. Or yes, again, a small standard, hardly a few concepts are there, and whatever concepts again you're learning here, same thing will be carried forward in CA final as Ind AS 23 borrowing cost with lot more extra. Okay, again we'll learn with the help of our same chart book itself. Done now. Can we start? Okay. So name itself is saying borrowing cost. So any cost associated with borrowing, we are referring it to as borrowing cost. Borrowing cost means any cost that is associated with borrowing. Sir, is loan taken a borrowing? Is loan taken, do we call it as borrowing? Yes. On that loan, should you have to pay any interest? Yes. That interest we are calling it as what, sir? Borrowing. Sir, tell me what is the journal entry for interest paid, sir? If you're paying any interest on debentures or for that matter interest on loan, the journal entry, let's say it is 10,000 rupees. Interest account debit to cash or bank account 10,000. And this interest is an expense. Expense will be transferred off to P&L account. So the next entry is P&L account debit to interest account. How much? 10,000. Correct. So two entries, correct? No? For two entries, one whole accounting standard up. People are jobless, I think, no? Just for two entries, which you summed it up like this. Okay, standard setters are literally jobless. They framed one whole standard. Crazy people, correct? I think you should be the standard setters. We should change the existing people. Yeah, they're giving a lot of headache. Yeah. Okay. Sir. Till now, first of all, is this a borrowing cost? Is interest cost a borrowing cost? Yes. So, borrowing cost, this is the treatment so far you have seen and learned it in your golden days. Now, this is not we're going to be studying what, in fact, this is what Ind AS is trying, but it is giving you a little more guidance. Accounting Standard 16 is trying to say what should be the exact treatment for borrowing cost. The AS 16 ka fundamental concept is this. Listen to this carefully, everybody. If you have, maybe I'll write this down, it'll be better, I think. If you have any borrowing, like debentures issued, loan taken, etc., etc. On the borrowing, what will you get, sir? Obviously, on the borrowing, you'll have to incur borrowing cost. Borrowing cost could be your interest, etc. Okay, normally what do you do for borrowing cost? Transfer it to P&L because it's an expense. Listen to this, what Accounting Standard 16 says is, check if this borrowing cost, if it is related to something called qualifying asset. If this borrowing cost relates to something called qualifying asset. If borrowing cost relates to qualifying asset, then interest will not be transferred to P&L. Once again, if you have any borrowing, on borrowing you will get what, sir? Borrowing cost. If borrowing cost relates to qualifying asset, then borrowing cost will not be transferred to P&L, rather it will be capitalized, meaning it will be added to the cost of qualifying asset. Aram se one could have moved. Okay, settle down. She wants corner seat only. Yes, no, ma? How's your finger, by the way, now? Better, you can write, What's your name? Hey, where is the plaster gone, You can write now. Yeah, no? That's the reason you're talking too much, no? You should make your right. Okay, listen. Okay. Yes, people. So, listen. My time now. My time, don't interfere. So again, the whole funda is what, sir? If you have any borrowing cost, and if the borrowing cost is related to qualifying asset, then borrowing cost will not be transferred to P&L, but rather it will get capitalized. That's all is the funda behind AS16. If it does not relate to qualifying asset, old treatment. If it relates to qualifying asset, you will capitalize. All other borrowing cost, you will transfer it to P&L. That's all is the whole underlying basis using which AS16 is built. Done. Now, the next thing we need to know is what? What the hell is this qualifying asset? Because everything is just based on this QA. Carefully listen. Qualifying assets are those assets which take substantial period of time to get ready for its intended use. Qualifying assets are those assets which take substantial period of time to get ready for its intended use. Simply, qualifying assets are not immediately ready. They will become ready in future. They are not immediately ready. They will become ready in future. Like, to give you an example, I purchased a laptop by paying 1 lakh rupees. Is laptop ready for use immediately, or it will take a lot of time? It's ready for use. Just a few installations, maybe 1 hour job, and it is ready. So laptop, is it taking a lot of period of time? No. That means, is laptop a qualifying asset? No. Qualifying asset means what, sir? It takes substantial period of time, meaning it takes some time to get ready. Is laptop taking that time? No. I purchased a television by paying, let's say, 2 lakh rupees. Will that take a lot of period of time to get ready? Maybe 1 day to install, wall mount, etc., etc. Maybe within 1 or 2 days it is anyway ready. That means, is TV a qualifying asset? No. I purchased an air AC system. Is that a qualifying asset? Maybe 1 or 2 days it will be installed, or maybe today itself it can be. If I purchased it today, I can install it today only and use it. Is it taking a substantial period of time? No. So is it a qualifying asset? No. Sir, I am constructing a building. I'm not purchasing a building. I have constructing a building, and the building will be ready immediately. In my example, let's say building takes about 3 years time. I started construction today. It will be completed only after 3 years. Now you tell me, this building which is taking about 3 years to get ready, is this a qualifying asset? Yes, this is a qualifying asset. Okay. That means, what is qualifying asset? An asset which takes substantial period of time to get ready. Normally, we assume that substantial period of time to be generally we take an asset which takes generally 12 months or more. Something which takes 12 months or more to get ready, we assume it as what, sir? Qualifying asset. In my example, building is taking how many years? 3 years. So is it a qualifying asset? Yes. Now you think logically. Building ka construction cost is, let's say, 50 lakh rupees. To construct this building, we need 50 lakh rupees. I took an SBI loan for 50 lakh rupees, and that loan is used to construct a building, which is what, sir? Qualifying asset. Now you tell me, on this loan, what will I incur? On the loan, I will incur interest charges, which only we are referring to as borrowing cost. Now, this loan has only come due to building. If building was not there, this loan would have also not come. That means this loan is directly related to what? Building. Yes or no? And moreover, is money required to construct building? Is money required to construct building? Yes. Hence, what the standard says is, treat this interest charges as DAC. Did we study accounting standard 10? Did we add a DAC? DAC means directly attributable cost. What did you do for DAC? Directly attributable cost. You transferred to P&L or you capitalized? Same here also. Instead of transferring interest charges to P&L, add it to the cost of building, meaning capitalized. Because this is directly related to that particular building. That's all is the overall funda of AS16. Did we understand? Doubt? Got it? Online also fine? Yes, it includes renovation also, everything. Yes, correct. Okay, that's what I've written first here. First of all, what does borrowing cost means? Your interest charges, processing charges, etc., incurred on borrowings. Normally, when you take a bank loan, bank will also charge some processing fees. That can also be considered as a borrowing cost. Okay, and what is the overall funda of borrowing cost, sir? If borrowing cost relates to qualifying asset, then that borrowing cost, will you transfer it to P&L or capitalize? Will capitalize. All other borrowing cost, meaning if it does not relate it to qualifying asset, meaning I took a loan and using that loan I purchased an AC. I took a loan and I used that loan to purchase a AC. Is AC a qualifying asset? No, not a qualifying asset. That means this loan, whatever I've taken to purchase a non-qualifying asset, what will you do on that loan ka interest? Whatever interest you are paying on that loan will be transferred of where? Only qualifying asset related borrowing cost will be capitalized. All other interest cost is your golden days ka treatment where interest cost used to get transferred to P&L. That's all. Okay. All right. Okay. Now the next question is, what is the qualifying asset? First of all, what is a qualifying asset, sir? Those assets which take substantial period of time to get ready to use. And who's ready to use? Management. Who's using the asset? Management. Till the asset is management ready. Okay, that we are calling it a substantial period. Okay, so qualifying assets are those assets which takes a substantial period of time to get ready for its management intended use. That's the first point. Okay, and ordinarily we take what, sir? 12 months normally we take it as substantial period, unless sometimes what happens, even lower period can be taken provided it is justified. Sometimes even 8 months can also be taken as a substantial period of time, meaning even an asset which is getting ready in 8 months also can be a qualifying asset based on facts and circumstances. This is normal. Normally we take 12 months to be substantial period of time. Okay, lower period is also is justifiable. You may get some case studies regarding that. Okay, sir, this is one. So what and all can be qualifying assets? Sir, PPE can be qualifying asset, like building being constructed as a qualifying asset. Intangible assets can also be a qualifying assets, meaning let's say you are developing your own software. Maybe let's say it takes about 1.5 years for you to develop a particular software. ChatGPT, some of the advanced software, you take a lot of time. The efforts would have been maybe many years back. Now it is giving the results, but work would have started many years back. So even intangible assets can be a qualifying assets. Even inventory can be a qualifying assets. So inventory, sir. Sir, you are producing calculator. To produce calculator, you need 12 months. No, you can produce it in maybe in 1 day or maybe in 2 days. You are an aircraft to manufacture. Your business is to manufacture aircrafts, and that too specifically Boeing aircrafts. Boeing aircrafts are probably the biggest. All the big aircrafts that you see, we call it as Boeing aircrafts. For simplicity, you are manufacturing an aircraft. Can you manufacture aircraft within 1 day, 2 days, sir, or it may take some time? You will manufacture and you will sell it. That is your business. You will manufacture the aeroplanes and you will sell it. That means that aircrafts for you is a property, plant and equipment, or is it your inventory? And that inventory, is it ready soon or it is taking a lot of time? So inventory can also be a qualifying asset. Okay, sir. Like ship manufacturers, aircraft manufacturers, etc., can also consider inventory as a qualifying asset. Done, sir. Okay, that is all is the first page ka concept. Can we go for next concept? Yeah. Will we capitalize inventory along? Like inventory AS2, I give you various example, various costs like delivery charges, assembly charges and all. Will you transfer it to P&L or add it to cost of inventory? You added it to cost of inventory. So if you are producing any inventory, to produce inventory, if you have taken any loan, on the loan you will incur interest charges. That interest charges you will not transfer it to P&L, but rather add it to the cost of inventory. That is what we mean by that. Okay. If inventory is qualifying asset, then borrowing cost will be added to the cost of inventory. Otherwise, it will be transferred off to P&L. Wait or next? Online? Online went offline already? No, not that late also. Profit will not increase. Profit will not increase. You're just including as part of inventory. That's all. And eventually inventory and all, and it makes sense also. Okay. It makes sense also. The reason being, like what, sir? If you're an aircraft manufacturer, that loan is directly related to your aircrafts, and aircraft being your inventory. If inventory was not there, loan was also not there. So they have given that option. Interest part of your capitals. I mean, see, closing stock is just it's treated as part of cost, sir. Only when you sell, you'll end up making profit. No, only when you sell, you'll end up making profit, right? Vineyard, yes. All that also can be. All breweries can be considered. Okay. The next one. 1 second. Favorite. All right. Yes, any plant can do it as long as it is not industry driven. Only check over here is whether it is a qualifying asset or not. If it is a qualifying asset, you can capitalize. As simple as that. It is not industry driven. Okay, coming back to the component. Sir, for this purpose, we have two types of borrowing. One is the general borrowing. Another one is a specific borrowing. Okay. So what is this is? So let's say I'm constructing a building and I need about, let's say, 10 crore rupees to construct a building. And I don't have 10 crores with me. So I took a loan from ICICI Bank. I took a loan from ICICI Bank worth 10 crore rupees. To fund what? To fund my construction. To construct this building, I took a loan. Now, carefully answer this question for me. Can you identify the purpose for which this loan was utilized? Can you identify what is that? This loan was utilized to construct the building. So if you are able to map the loan ka usage with qualifying asset, if you are able to map its usage, such a borrowing we call it as specific borrowing. Meaning if you are clearly able to tell for what purpose the loan has got utilized. Such a loan or such a borrowing we call it as what, sir? Specific borrowing. Alright, this is one. Okay, in the second case, we are constructing a building. We need a 10 crore. We had various loans. Loan number 1, loan 2, loan 3, etc. etc. We had multiple loans, which is also used for multiple purpose loans. Multiple loans getting used for multiple purpose. Some loan I used it for building construction purpose, some for working capital purpose, some to buy a truck, some machinery I purchased, some vehicle I purchased, etc. etc. That means we have multiple loans used for what purposes? One purpose or multiple purposes? Are you able to map out the purpose or it is all over the place? It's like our class is full chow chow bath. Like that. Yes, no? So if it is, this is the case. If it is in loop, then we call such a borrowing as what? General borrowing. Meaning if you are not able to clearly identify for what purpose the loan has got utilized. Because we have multiple loans which has got used for multiple purposes. Such a borrowing we call it as what, sir? General borrowing. For this there is some small funda. I'll get to this little later. Okay, there's some extra things to be done. I'll take care of that in the problem. But for now, meaning is clear. Okay, first once again tell me, sir. Specific borrowing means what? You are clearly able to identify for what purpose the loan is utilized. Is it necessary it has to be one loan and one purpose? No. You could have one loan which is used for constructing building 1 and constructing building number 2. This is also what kind of a borrowing? Specific borrowing. Because you have one loan which is clearly used for two purposes. So clearly you are able to map out the purposes. If you are able to map out those purposes, we call that such a loan as what? Or such a borrowing as what? Specific borrowings. That is one. What to do for that? In a bit I'll come to that. Another type of borrowing is what? General borrowing. General borrowing means, simple way to remember is multiple loans used for multiple purposes. Meaning clearly are you able to find out the purpose or little difficult? Little difficult. In that case, what to do? I'll come. That is the mean. Yes, sir. Okay. The next one. Commencement of capitalization. Sir, what did we study previously just before this? If you have any borrowings, on that borrowing, if you have incurred any borrowing cost, and if that borrowing cost relates to qualifying asset, Then borrowing cost like interest, will you transfer it to P&L or capitalize? Capitalize. So the question or the next question is, from which date you will start capitalization? Okay. From which date should you start capitalization? For this, no sir, there are three conditions A16 specifies. The date on which all the three conditions are satisfied, that day onwards you can start capitalization. Three conditions are here called out. Just listen to this first. One, borrowing cost should be incurred. Borrowing cost means interest. You should be paying interest on your debentures, interest on your bank loan, etc. So borrowing cost is being incurred. Second one, expenditure on qualifying asset is being incurred. Three, activities related to borrowing cost should have, or activities related to qualifying asset should have begun. Okay. Once again, what is that? What are the three conditions we said? First, borrowing cost should be incurred. Second one, expenses related to or expenses on qualifying asset should have been incurred. Three, activities relating to qualifying asset should have begun. Let me give you a small example here. Sir, we took a loan from bank. The loan ka date is 1st April 2023. I took the loan from bank on 1st April 2023. I'm taking this loan, or I've taken this loan rather, to construct a building. And building takes about 2 years for construction. So is building which is taking about 2 years for construction, is it a qualifying asset? Yes, this building happens to be a qualifying asset. So loan ka date is 1st April. I don't have expertise in this building construction, so I went to an architecture firm. So I approached them and said, I need your help in constructing the building. They said, yes, definitely we can help you out. But you have to give me an advance first. They told you have to give me an advance. So I paid them. I paid some fees to the architect. I paid architect fees on 1st May 2023. Some amount, let's say maybe 10% of contract value, 15%, whatever. I paid some fees to the architect. On which date, sir? 1st May. Architect clearly told he is busy for the next 1 month. I will start planning activities. Straight away you can't construct the building, no sir. First you need to plan out what comes where, etc., etc. So planning starts on 1st June 2023. He started this planning activity. Actual construction or physical construction of building started on 1st July 2023. So on which date, according to you, we should start capitalizing borrowing cost? Which among these dates? Do you understand the question? I've already taken a loan. So on that loan, I'm obviously paying interest to the bank. So these are the various dates on which few expenditures and few activities are going on. I'll give you the provision also for your reference if you want. It is, maybe if I show the provision, you'll tell the answer. You know it already. Tell, let's see. Or maybe one by one we'll go. It's okay. Or maybe what is your popular? I'm getting 1st May, 1st July, 1st June. Everything completed there, no? Anybody for 1st May? May is also there, huh? All the 4 option A, B, C, D locked. Okay, done. Lock kiya jaye. Let's see who banega crorepati now. Okay. Yeah, in kaun banega crorepati? Only Amitabh Bachchan became crorepati. Nobody else, I think. Okay. Yeah, come back to the question. Okay. So for you to commence capitalization of borrowing cost, 3 conditions should be satisfied. What are the 3 conditions I said, sir? 1, borrowing cost should be incurred. So borrowing cost means you have taken a loan, means what is the borrowing cost related to that? Interest. Interest is starting on which date? 1st April. So can I say first condition is satisfied on 1st April? Because if you have taken a loan from 1st April, from 1st April onwards, your interest starts accruing from 1st April. You may pay it yearly, monthly, quarterly, whatever. That is your settlement arrangement. But if you have taken a loan on 1st April, means interest on that starts from 1st April. So first condition is getting satisfied here. What did I say for capitalization? 1 condition should be satisfied, or all the 3? All the 3. What is the second condition? Expenditure related to qualifying asset should have begun. Sir, to construct this building, I need the help of architect. And for architect, will he do this at free of cost, or he's charging something? Charging. And when did I pay that architect? 1st May. That means this is an expenditure relating to qualifying asset. Correct, no sir? So expenditure relating to qualifying asset, which is our condition number 2, that is getting satisfied when? 1st May. Doubt? Okay. Okay. Third condition. What does the third condition say? Activities relating to qualifying asset should have begun. Sir, activities for AS16 purpose includes both, not just physical activities. It also includes your planning, administrative activities also. So even planning activity is also considered for this purpose, because logically you think if you're constructing building straight away you will start it, or planning is required. Planning, all these are in which way required. So here planning started on which date? 1st June. Physical construction started on which date? 1st July. For AS16 purpose, even planning activities is considered yes. So the third condition got satisfied on which date? 1st June. So now tell me on which date. It's not necessary that only one of them should be satisfied. It is necessary for all the 3 to be satisfied. In this example, all the 3 are getting satisfied on which date? 1st July. 1st June 2023, all are satisfied, no? Because first condition got satisfied from 1st April. So when it comes to 1st May, first condition is also satisfied, second is also satisfied. When you approach 1st June, 1st, 2nd and 3rd, all of them are satisfied. So the day on which all the conditions are satisfied in this example is 1st June. So you will start capitalization also from 1st June itself. Doubt? Got it? What it? 1 minute, I'll see if there's any related question. We'll take it off. Give me a minute. No. Okay. Yeah. Some architects only plan, some also execute. They have both the arrangement. That depends. Not necessary that they have to only plan. Doesn't matter. That is also, architect fees is also a part of qualifying assets. That is also an expenditure. So even that is considered as an expense related to qualifying asset. Okay. Move forward, or any other doubt? Okay, great. Next, commencement over. Next one is suspension of capitalization. To suspend something means permanently stopping or temporarily stopping. For the time being, you will stop. Later, you may again resume. That's what we say, police officer got suspended. Permanent or just for few days? Just for few days. That one. So, suspension of capitalization. 1 second. 1 minute. We'll do of this or take a just 1 second. I'll just see 1 or 2 questions can we do of first. Okay, I think maybe we'll do all the 3 and then we'll go for questions. Okay, listen, people. Suspension of capitalization. When you will suspend capitalization of borrowing cost when active development on qualifying asset is interrupted. Meaning, let's say, sir, you're constructing a building in one of the hilly areas. Let's say Manali, Shimla, that region, you're constructing a building, one guest house or something you're constructing. And in that particular area, excuse me, they will get, what do you call that, land? Landslides. Apple. Hey, mama madade. Maybe that time of the day is paid puja is more concerned about that. What is doing good. You know Okay. So in that particular hilly region, sir, landslides are common. Okay. So you're constructing that a particular building in hilly area, and in that particular area, in the month of October, for around 2 weeks, landslides are common. So your construction has to stop. You'll not be able to construct. So now this 2 weeks, can you tell to the banker, their landslide is going on, I will not pay interest to you? He will say, you go and you do whatever you want. Yes, no, but ultimately give me interest. Yes or no? That means, can you escape from borrowing cost, or borrowing cost you need to pay? Borrowing cost you need to pay to the banker. Now, this 2 weeks ka interest cost or borrowing cost will you capitalize or transfer to P&L? Did you get the question? This 2 weeks ka interest cost will you capitalize or transfer it to P&L account? What the standard says is, if there is a temporary delay, continue with your capitalization. Okay, meaning now just check. You're constructing a building in hilly area. Is this out of the blue or expected? In that area, landslides are common in October. You knew this already when you took up this assignment. That means, is this anything extraordinary or something normal for these contracts? Normal. That means this will be treated as a permanent delay or temporary delay. So if there is any temporary delay, do not suspend the capitalization. Meaning, capitalization will still continue. Okay. If you're constructing, let's say, a building in Meghalaya region, so that particular region normally will get some excessive rains during a particular season. That means, can you do the construction, or maybe for 2-3 weeks you need to stop the construction? Stop the construction. Out of the blue or expected for that area? Expected for that area. So that means that is considered as a permanent delay or temporary delay? It will be considered as a temporary delay. So that means capitalization will stop or continue? Capitalization will still continue, like that. Okay. So you're constructing a building. There is a fund shortage and you stopped construction for 3 months. There is a fund shortage and you stop construction for 3 months. In those things and all, you will interpret that to be, again, you'll have to analyze it on a case-to-case basis. For examination, this fund shortage, labor strike, etc., will be treated as delays, not temporary, but will be considered as more than temporary. In that case, what will you do, sir? You will suspend the capitalization. Suspending capitalization means that borrowing, whatever that period. Let's say your laborers went on a strike here for how many months, or how many months the work got stopped, sir? 3 months. That 3 months ka borrowing cost will be transferred off to. Okay. Once more, you'll have to analyze this on a case-to-case basis. Standard is giving you broad guidelines. Okay. So again, coming back, people, when will you suspend? If the development work on qualifying asset, if it is interrupted. Meaning development is happening or not happening? Not happening. That is one. And you need to check why it has got interrupted. If it's a temporary delay means, continue with the what? Capitalization. If the delay is not temporary but something else, then suspend the capitalization, meaning borrowing cost will for that period will be transferred off to P&L. That's what I've written. Suspended period ka interest is transferred to P&L. Is this provision making sense for everybody, whatever we have written? If possible, try to remember this word. It may come as a case study. Okay, the keyword there is active development on qualifying asset is interrupt. Can remember? Great. Otherwise, write it, own words, whatever you understood. You understood now. Okay, next one. Cessation of capitalization. Cessation means permanently putting a full stop. Permanently putting full stop. Oh, I'll give you a small example here. Check, sir. Sir, you took a loan on 1st April 2019. Loan ka term is 10 years. Loan ka term is 10 years. This loan was used to construct a building. Okay, loan cut term is 10 years means I think it will ultimately go up till what? Can I say 31st March 2029? Okay, no? This is the day on which loan will finally get cleared off. Okay, people. Sir, loan is used to construct a building. Building construction started on 1st April. It was completed by 31st March 2022 itself. Building construction got completed within 3 years. You started on 1st April 2019. It got completed by 31st March 2022. So building construction got completed within 3 years. But loan ka term is 10 years. Now the question to you, should you capitalize the borrowing cost for 10 years or 3 years? Borrowing, is this building first of all a qualifying asset? Yes. And what does standard say? Borrowing cost related to qualifying asset should be capitalized. Okay, so building construction is 3 and loan cut term is 10. You think logically and tell how many years ka interest you need to pay totally, how many years interest to bank? So the interest that you need to pay to the banker is for 10 years. What will you do? You tell me, sir. In fact, I'll give you a split up here. First 3 years ka interest, what you will do? Next 7 years ka interest, what will you do? First 3 years ka interest should be capitalized. Perfect. Next 7 years ka interest you're still paying, that will be your normal interest that will be transferred off to P&L account. That is the same thing which cessation provision is also trying to say. So you will stop capitalization permanently when substantially all activities on qualifying asset is complete. It is not 100% complete. They use the term what? When the qualifying asset is substantially complete. Okay. Okay. So in this case, the building construction got completed within which year? How many years? 3 years. So that means first 3 years ka interest only will get capitalized, because after 3 years building is ready for use. No? Okay. So that means building is any which way ready for use. That time your capitalization stops. After that, whatever interest you're paying will be transferred off to P&L account. Any doubt? So what is substantial? Again, you need to analyze it on a case-to-case basis. These are all again case-to-case basis. Like to give you a small example. Let's say there is a builder. He's constructing an apartment. Let's say it's a 200 flat wala apartment. Totally that apartment has about, or totally that particular block has 200 flats. He's already constructed the flat. Everything is over. Small electrical slot. You know, obviously flat means it'll have electrical fittings. Small electrical units and all is still to install. Rest everything is completed. Now you tell me, is this building substantially complete? Yes. So it is not 100% complete, because the reason is no asset will be 100% complete, especially with respect to builders and all. They'll go on dragging. Yes, and that's the norm. Since the standard has taken a view, there is the day the building is substantially ready. Okay, that day you will stop capitalization. Meaning here electrical fittings, electrical sockets and all are very significant or not so insignificant. We're not talking about electrical connection. We're talking about small electrical sockets that has to be individually installed in a particular room, or door has to be polished. Your main door has to be polished. All that, normally all that work the builders keep it at the end. Sometimes they may not even do it also. Okay, happens most of the case. Yes or no? So those things and all are ignored. So the day the asset is qualifying asset is substantially ready for use, that particular day borrowing cost ka capitalization stops. Okay, not 100% completion. It is a substantial completion. What is substantial? Again, there is no percentage defined. You will have to analyze it on a case-to-case basis. Easy. Okay. Okay, I'll give you maybe one more example. Tell me this answer. Let me check. Sir, you have a business park. You have a business park. We say an IT park, Manyata Tech Park, Bagmani Tech Park, all that tech parks are there, business parks. Sir, business parks means they'll have only one building or they'll have multiple buildings? Multiple buildings. Let's say this particular business park has only two buildings, two blocks, block A and block B. Excuse me. So to construct this business park, no, there is let's say X Limited, they have taken a bank loan. They have taken a bank loan. So obviously these are buildings. So let's say Tower A or Block A or Tower A or whatever, this got completed on 31st March 2019. It started about 2 years back and it got completed on 31st March 2019. Okay. Then Tower 2 ka work started. Okay. That's how many business parks also work. They'll not start all the tower activities simultaneously. They'll do one after the other. Let's say this tower ka completion date is 31st March 2023. Okay. Any doubt, people? So we have taken a single loan. Let's say we have taken a loan worth 100 crore rupees. So what should we do in this case? Got the example? We have taken one loan that is used to construct a business park, and business park has two towers, Tower A and Tower B. Both of them are completed on the same day or different dates? different dates. One ka date is 31st March 2019, another one is 31st March 2023. And what does our cessation provision of borrowing cost say? When the qualifying asset is substantially complete, qualifying capitalization also should stop. Now, you think this is again common sense. Sir, Tower A is completed on 31st March 2019. After it is completed, what do you think will happen? Obviously, people will come and occupy that tower and start using it. Okay. And that means you tell me, is Tower A and Tower B interdependent or independent? Independent. Because once the Tower A is complete, people will start occupying those towers and using it for whatever purpose. So that means this asset is completed. This will be treated as what? Though you have taken one loan which is used for multiple purpose, for capitalization purpose, this will be treated as a separate component, because can you use this tower after 31st March 2019? Yes. I mean, this particular tower is completed by 31st March 2019. So capitalization stops on which date? Capitalization stops on Tower A on 31st March 2019. Okay. What about Tower B? That is completed on 31st March 2023. So any borrowing cost related to Tower B will continue to get capitalized till 31st March 2023, like that. Okay. So you need to check whether these towers are interdependent or independent. If they are independent, means you'll assess them on a each component by component basis, like this. Okay, everyone? Tripti toss or got it? Loan amount, you'll have to apportion. Like 100 crores, no? Obviously, you'll have to see. For Tower A, let's say we use 50 crore. For Tower B also we used 50. Like this, you need to split and calculate the interest separately. Whatever interest pertaining to this 50 crore will get capitalized only till 31st March 2019. And the interest relating to the other 50 crore will get capitalized till 31st March 2023. Like that. Okay. That's all right. It's on the commencement date. Yes. In fact, that commencement provision will always hold you. For you to commence capitalization, 3 conditions. What are those? Borrowing cost is incurred. Expenditure on qualifying asset should have begun. 3. Activities also should have begun. So that is your starting provision and this is your ending provision. Yes. Yeah, they will mention all this in the loan. You don't have to worry. Sir, independent also get capitalized, no? I didn't understand your question. Independent also get capitalized, Andhra? If both are separate. In this case, anyway, I'm treating both are same or both are separate. I'm anyway treating the both as separate only in this case. Same thing I'm also doing over here. Both are separate also, same drum. Correct. In fact, I'm treating both as them as separate only. If both are not separate, in that case what? Okay, now just check, or maybe let me modify this example. Sir, you took a loan, let's say of 10 crore rupees. You took a loan of 10 crore rupees to construct 2 plant and machineries. Plant and machinery 1 and plant and machinery 2. And you're not buying plant and machinery, you are constructing your own plant and machinery. You use this plant and machinery to produce a product called product A. You are constructing this plant and machinery so that you can use this machinery and develop a product called product A. And sir, to get product A, no, first the raw material will be inserted into machinery number 1. Then the raw material will get inserted into machinery number 2. Then you will get a final product called product A. Now you tell me, machinery 1, can you use it independently or are they interdependent? Interdependent. That means to get product A, you have to use both the assets. So in this case, what? Though the machinery, let's say machinery 1 ka cost is completed on 1st April 2023. But let's say machinery 2 got completed only on 1st July 2023. Are they independent or interdependent? Interdependent. In this case, capitalization will go up till 1st July, because can you use this independently or they are dependent? If they are dependent assets, then you can't do it individual assessment. You have to take a full picture. So both the assets, to get both the product, you get this product, you need both the machinery, and both the machinery is completed only on which date? 1st July. So that means till 1st July, you'll go ahead and capitalize like that. Okay, now got the difference between this and that example? In the previous case, Tower A and Tower B, you could have used independently. Okay, though Tower B was not ready, can you start using Tower A? Yes. That's the reason you assessed capitalization separately. But here, can you use both the machineries independently or are they interdependent? If they're interdependent means till both the machineries are ready, capitalization will continue. That's the point. Yeah, plant and machinery can also be a qualifying asset provided you are constructing your own machinery. If it takes substantial period of time, any asset. Okay, awesome, sir. All right, no worries. Let's not worry about that and all much. They got bankrupt. Huh? Okay, no problem. Okay, the last one is the disclosure aspect to it. One accounting policy adopted for borrowing cost you disclose. This is not important. And how much borrowing cost got capitalized you disclose. Just remember them. I don't think so. This is much of importance. So these are some provisions relating to AS 16. One component I've still not touched upon, that is your general borrowing and specific borrowing. Other than this, everything we have summarized. So let's do a thing. Let's have a quick recap and take up few questions. One, standard name is Accounting Standard 16, which talks about borrowing cost. So what is the underlying principle or the basis or foundation of the standard? If you have any borrowings, on that borrowing, if you are incurring any borrowing cost, and if the borrowing cost is related to qualifying asset, then borrowing cost will not be, borrowing cost first of all means your interest charges, etc., etc. Those borrowing cost, if it is related to qualifying asset, then that borrowing cost will not go to P&L, rather it will get capitalized. That's one. Okay, and what is the qualifying assets? They are those assets which take substantial period of time to get ready. And generally or ordinarily we take 12 months or more to be substantial period of time. Is it a hardcore number or can we take a lesser period also? Lesser period also is justifiable provided the case permits, if other information is available. Okay, that is one. And what are qualifying assets? Can inventory be qualifying assets? Yes. PPEs be qualifying assets? Yes. Can intangible assets be qualifying assets? Very much yes. Okay. Only borrowing cost related to qualifying assets will get capitalized. For non-qualifying assets, if you are incurring any borrowing cost, that will be transferred off to P&L account. Okay. Then we saw commencement, right? Okay. Borrowing, so type of borrowing we'll see later. Commencement, for you to commence borrowing cost capitalization, three conditions should be satisfied. One, borrowing cost is being incurred. Expenditure on qualifying asset is being incurred. Three, activities relating to qualifying asset should have begun. And activities does not mean just physical activities. It also includes your planning development activities also. Okay. Then we saw suspension. Suspension means temporarily stopping the capitalization. So when will you suspend? When the active development on qualifying asset is interrupted or stopped. Okay. So suspended period ka interest, will it get capitalized or transferred to P&L? Suspended period ka interest will not be capitalized, but rather going off to P&L. If there is a temporary delay, will you suspend or continue? Temporary delay you will continue. Anything other than temporary you will suspend. Okay, that's about the suspension. Next one is your cessation. Cessation has to cessation, or to cessate something means to put an end. When will you end the capitalization? When the qualifying asset is substantially ready. When it's substantially complete, you will stop the capitalization. Okay. All right. So now we'll go into some problems. So come to all that, whatever we have written, written in the chart, same thing is there here also. I'll not go into that again. Question 1, maybe we'll do it a little later. Question 2, Gogan. Okay. PRM obtained a loan. Am I audible? Okay, PRM obtained a loan from bank to the extent of 120 lakhs on 30th April 2016. It was utilized as follows. You have taken one loan, total loan amount is 120 lakhs. It's got utilized for following. One, construction of a shed, and how much got utilized for that? 50 lakhs. Then you used some portion of the loan to purchase a machinery. What portion? 40 lakhs. Working capital purpose? 20 lakhs. Working capital means to manage your day-to-day affairs, like to pay creditor, to pay rent, to pay electricity, etc., etc. All this we call it as working capital. Basically to manage your day-to-day affairs. advance paid for purchase of truck. So add up all these people, 50 plus 40, 90, 10, 120. So what is the loan amount? 120 lakhs. The loan has been utilized for 4 purposes. What kind of a borrowing? General or specific? Specific borrowing simply means what? You are able to identify the purpose. Here loan amount is 120 lakh and it was clearly you are able to identify the purpose, and the purpose here being 4 purposes. So this is what kind of a borrowing? So this is an SP, as in specific borrowing. Okay. If you are able to map out the purpose, it is specific borrowing. If you are not able to find out the purpose, then it is a general borrowing. Here you are able to clearly find out for what purpose the loan has got utilized. So Aditya, it is not general part, it is specific. Okay. Alright, check this. Construction of a shed. When did you take the loan, sir? 30th April. The loan got utilized assuming from that day itself. Shed was completed by March 2017. Sir, April you started, April 2016, and it is getting completed on March 2017. That's roughly about 11 months. Correct? No? From May, if you count till March, that's about 11 months. Okay. Machinery was installed on the date of acquisition. So if you purchase today, you are installing it today itself. So one second. Is machinery a qualifying asset? That much you know. Is machinery a qualifying asset or not a qualifying asset? You purchased and it got installed on the same day. So is it taking some time or ready immediately? Ready immediately. So it is a qualifying or not a qualifying? Not a qualifying asset. Delivery of the truck was not received. Sir, did you pay any advance to purchase the truck? Yes. You paid the advance, but delivery of the truck has not been received. So we don't know what is the information about this truck. Okay, you can assume it as qualifying asset because you paid advance. Maybe the truck is getting constructed. Okay, you can assume that and you can take it as a qualifying asset, or you can assume that due to some reason I have not got this truck, but generally truck construction and all will not take so much time, and you can assume it as non-qualifying asset also. It totally depends on your assumption because information is not provided to us in the question. Okay, sir. Any assumption is valid in this regard. Fine. Total interest charged by the bank for the year ended 31st March 2017 is 18 lakh. Show the treatment of interest. Basically, they're saying how much interest cost will get capitalized and how much will be transferred off to P&L. So we can present these answers in a particular format. Look at the marks. Generally, they will be asked for around 5 marks. So I would say present it in this format. First is particulars. Then I will call it as nature. We'll have one column for nature. Then we'll call it as interest cost or borrowing cost capitalized, will write. Borrowing cost capitalized. Borrowing cost to P&L, will write. Finished now? Okay, the first component, sir. For what purpose was the first loan utilized for? Construction of a shed. Okay, I'll call that out here in the particulars column. Construction of shed. Okay, check here. Construction started on 30th April and it is getting over in March 2017. So if you count from here to here, that's about 11 months. So generally we take 12 months to be substantial period of time. But is that 12 months a hardcore number or can you take less also? Less also. So generally in examination, no, if it is closer to 12 months, okay, like 10 months, 11 months, I say assume it as qualifying asset. But actually what the standard says is you can take lower months provided it is justifiable. You need to have reasons, but here have they given any reasons? No. But generally in a study material, they assume that closer to 11 months, 10 months and all, they assume it as qualifying asset. Any logic or just a convention? Just a convention. In fact, Ind AS goes one step further. Ind AS 23 says, what is substantial period of time? Let management find. We will not even give. AS at least tells ordinarily a period of 12 months is substantial period of time. Ind AS says, whatever a substantial period of time, let management find. Meaning even 3 months can also be substantial period of time. Even 9 months may not be substantial period of time, because this is totally whose call? Management call. That is Ind AS 23 ka call. But are we writing Ind AS or accounting standard? Accounting standard. Accounting standard, or ordinarily they assume 12 months to be substantial period of time, but lower months also you can take, provided it is justifiable. So for examination, I would say here they have not given any justification. For examination, here I would suggest take these components closer to 12 months to be qualifying assets. Just a convention, that's what study material does that. Okay. So what will I write in the nature column? Nature column, I'm calling it as qualifying asset or not a qualifying asset. Here what will I write? Qualifying assets. Okay, sir. This is for exam, sir. Practically, you need more data to figure it out, especially if it is lesser than 12 months. Exam follows. Sir, if this is a qualifying asset, then borrowing cost will go to P&L or it will get capitalized? Capitalized. Okay, check this. It's like this. Loan amount, interest amount. Oh, okay. I'll only do that. It's okay. Yeah. What is the total loan amount? 120 lakhs. What is the total interest, sir? Check they have given. The total interest charged by the bank for the year ended is 18 lakhs. Sir, 18 lakhs is the interest on a total loan amount of 120 lakhs. Entire 120 lakhs did we utilize to construct the shed, or how much got utilized? Only 50 lakh got utilized for construction of a shed. So for 120 lakh, if the interest is 18 lakh, for 50 lakh, how much? That was a proration. That's all it is. Because here they will not give, generally in many problems, they will not give interest rate. So you'll have to prorate it like this and get the interest component. Okay, G. Everybody, G. Okay, how will I present that now? How do you find out X? Basically, we'll write like this. 18 lakh is the interest for a loan amount of 120. For 50 lakhs, how much? How much is this? 7.5 lakhs. So 7.5 lakh interest will be P&L or capitalized. So hence I've written under the borrowing cost capitalized wala category. Anything went to P&L from construction of a shed? No. So hence nil there. Done, sir? Work. What is the next one, sir? Purchase of a machinery. They told machinery was installed on the date of acquisition. You purchased and it got installed. So qualifying or not qualifying? So second we'll write purchase of machinery. Since it was immediately ready for use, what should I write under nature column? Qualifying or non-qualifying asset? Or not a qualifying asset, can I write? Not a qualifying asset. Sir, if it is not a qualifying asset, will borrowing cost get capitalized or transferred to P&L? P&L. Again, the same funda. 18 lakh is the interest cost for a loan amount of 120 lakh. How much loan amount got utilized for purchasing machinery? 40 lakh. So for 40 lakh, how much is the interest? 1/3, so 6 lakh. Huh? Can we go for the next one? Everyone understanding, right? Okay, the next component. What is the next component, sir? Working capital. Working capital. Sir, working capital means something to manage your day-to-day affairs. So are you getting any qualifying asset through working capital? No. So is working capital a qualifying asset or not a qualifying asset? First of all, it may not be an asset only. Okay, no. So will it come under capitalization category or P&L category? P&L category. Same thing. 18 lakh is a total interest for a total loan of 120 lakhs. of 120, how much got utilized for working capital purpose? 20 lakh you have utilized for this purpose. So 1/6, so 3 lakhs. So okay. The next one, what is the next component? Advance paid for a purchase of a truck. Advance for purchase of truck. Sir, have you received that truck or not yet? Not yet. That means now it is totally your call. You can assume that truck ka construction will take a substantial period of time. So you can treat it as a qualifying asset, or you may not treat it as a qualifying asset. Information is basically not available. I think here they've assumed it as not a qualifying asset, but in my opinion, if you can also assume it as a qualifying asset, it is fine. Not a QOA means where it will come. P&L category. Same 18 lakh is the interest for a total loan amount of 120 lakh. How much got utilized for purchase of truck? 10 lakh. For 10 lakh, what will be the interest? 1.1.5 lakhs. So give me the total, sir. How much interest got total borrowing cost got capitalized? How much? So 7.5. No? Now here 7.5 lakh interest got capitalized, and this will be 10.5 lakh of borrowing cost went to P&L. Put together, obviously this is 18 lakh. These two, if you add, you're getting 18 lakh. That 18 lakh is the interest cost. A truck you can purchase. It's not necessary everything you need to construct. Even if you're purchasing and if you're not receiving it on time, if it takes more than 12 months, that also you can be considered as a qualifying asset. It's not that it has to be constructed. Even purchase and delivery delay time also can be considered, because it is not available for use. No, Panda is that, not construction. You have to check whether it is immediately available for use or it is taking some time. If you feel it is taking some time, you can take it as qualifying asset. It's fine. Even if you want here in this, you can make it as what? Qualifying asset. Absolutely okay in my view. Huh? But it's anyway, but sometimes what happens is, like, your business's nature is such that there could be some delivery delays. Could happening. So that means you can treat it as a qualifying asset. So standard doesn't really comment upon deliberate or not. It just says how much time is it taking. If it is taking more than 12 months, capitalize. Otherwise, you can. That's fine. Because it's a case-to-case based assessment. Available for use. That is put to use. Standard doesn't consider about put to use data. Is movie ready for use? Yes. But release date is a different thing. Release date becomes under put to use concept. Standard accounting standard doesn't bother about put to use. Ready for use is what we say. Okay. So in that case, no. Since it is ready for use in your example, it will not be. Okay, now move on to the next one now. In ICAI material, they have given the answer in 3 lines. It's okay, but this comes for 5 marks, so don't write it in 3 lines. Next one they have given in our table. See, so follow in this one. Okay, 3 lines. If you write, you may not get marks. So that's the reason. Okay, that is one. 3 lines is what? That's all. We know this. The only one interest cost is getting capitalized. Only one is getting capitalized. No. Okay, that means what is the total loan you took? In fact, one you can calculate. Is this a qualifying asset? Yes. What is your total interest? 18 lakh. In 18 lakh, only if 7.5 lakh is getting capitalized, means obviously balance 10.5 lakh will go to P&L. That is what they have done. Don't solve like that. Put it up each way, because you may not get 5 marks in that regard. Solve like this only, better. 5 marks and all. If you write it in 1 or 2 lines, they may not get it. Don't worry. Next problem, they will see that even they also put up this format. Hang on. Okay, this is done. Next question number 3, people. Come to that. 3 is not there for you. There, no? He wants to go home, so he's telling lies. Okay. The company has obtained institutional term loan of 580 lakhs. So the total loan amount is 580 lakhs for modernization and renovation of plant and machinery. So they're doing some renovation work. and renovation also may take some time. Plant and machinery acquired under modernization scheme and installation completed on 31st March 2017. So the year is 2016-17. So you have taken a loan. If they don't give the date, we'll assume it as the loan has been taken at the beginning of the year. And this installation is complete of machinery or renovation is completed only by 31st March 2017. From 1st April 2016 to 31st March 2017. How many months? 12 months. Correct, sir? I mean, this modernization or renovation, it's taking about 12 months. So is that a qualifying asset? Yes. And how much got utilized for this renovation purpose? Entire 580 lakh loan or only 406? 406 got utilized for renovation purpose. 58 lakh of the loan has been advanced to supplier for additional assets. This we need further information. It could be a qualifying asset or it may not be a qualifying assets. More information is required. Balance loan of 116 has been utilized for working capital. Working capital 100% sure. It is not a qualifying asset. Accountant is of a dilemma as to how to account for the total interest of 52 lakh incurred during the year 2016-17 on the entire term loan of 580 lakh. So first of all, this loan is what kind of a borrowing? General, specific. It's a specific borrowing because you have taken a loan and it is specifically used for how many purpose? 3 purpose. Clearly you are able to find out. So this is clearly a specific borrowing. Same as last question. Same format. Fadafat. In fact, check here. This solution is just check. This is 3 lines or same table? Same table. Question number 3. First, what is the first one now? Modernization of plant. In fact, you need not copy. You can take off also. It's the same solution any which way. Okay, modernization of plant is a qualifying asset or not a qualifying asset? This is a qualifying asset. So borrowing cost will go to P&L or capitalized? Capitalized. Check again, same drama. Loan amount, interest amount. What is the total loan amount given in the problem, sir? 580 lakhs. What is the total interest given in the question? At the end, they have given it is 52.2 lakhs. How much did you use for modernization of plant purpose? Though you took a loan of 580 lakh, for modernization purpose or renovation purpose, you only used 406 lakh. So if the loan of 406 lakh has been utilized for plant purpose means, how much interest relates to that? Same drama. So again, like this, 52.2 lakh is the interest on a loan amount of 580 or 480? 580 lakh. 580 lakhs. For 406 lakh, how much is the interest? 36.5. That which will get capitalized. Any doubt? Okay, sir. Okay, check this. Next one. Next, what component it got used for, sir? We used some 58 lakh for advance to suppliers. Advance to suppliers for additional asset. Have they given anything? No. Study material of all the advances and all, generally they assume it as not a qualifying asset, but in my opinion, you can also treat this as a qualifying asset because this is based on facts and circumstance, which is anyway given in the problem or missing. So if you want to assume it as qualifying asset, I think you can. Okay, but study material, I think they're treating it as qualifying. No? Okay, they're treating it as qualifying. So if you want, you can also treat it as not a qualifying. Absolutely okay. One problem, they'll do one me. You write your assumption. This is totally your call there because we need further information in this regard. Okay, why there is a delay, how much there is a delay, etc., etc. So just to be in sync with the solution, can I write it as qualifying? Is it mandatory I have to write qualifying, or can you also treat it as not qualifying? You can also go for not qualifying also. Absolutely okay. In exam, don't worry, sir. How do I remember it? You don't have to remember anything. Write an assumption. It's fine. Okay, whatever comes to your mind, choose that. Okay, same. 52.2 lakh is an interest for 580 lakhs. How much got utilized for additional assets? Only 58 lakh interest got utilized. So how much is this? 5.22. Next one is for working capital. Working capital, I'm 100% sure, which is what? It is not a qualifying asset. So capitalization or P&L? Same. 52.2 lakh is an interest on a total loan of 580 lakhs. How much got utilized for working capital purpose? 116. For 116 loan amount, how much is the interest? 10.44. Okay. So again, you can bring in the total column. How much total interest got capitalized, sir? These two addition is how much? 41.76 lakh. And here we have 10.45. Those are your treatment for the borrowing cost. No, we'll also go. All of us will. Just not immediately, so after some more time. Okay, can we go for next question? No, class over. I don't know whether they are asking me or telling me. The statement looks a little odd though. Yeah. Papa, I know, no? So concerned, so beautiful. Correct, I know. Amazing students, I tell you. Best batch ever. Yeah. No doubt at all. Last batch also same goal, you know. Okay, we'll do off one fourth question off. It's only anyway 2 minutes question. Oh, sir, we put so much butter, it didn't work out. Papa. Okay, listen to this. What that? Yeah, I know, Papa, you put the butter maybe for next size or the email is, and we don't know. Okay, mission failed, it seems. Done. Take Limited has borrowed 30 lakhs from State Bank of India during the financial year 20X1, X2. The borrowing were utilized to invest in shares of Give Limited. 1 second, sir. We have taken a loan from SBI. Which company has taken? Take Limited. They only know to take, no? So they took a loan from SBI. Okay. Now just check. The borrowings, that is the loan amount, was utilized to invest in shares of Give Limited. Oh, Brohaspati. They used this loan amount to buy equity shares of Give Limited, it seems. I don't know which bank will give loan for this purpose and all. Okay, probably. All right. Very hypothetical. Okay, no problem. It's okay. Let's go with the flow. So they've used to invest. They've used this loan to invest in equity shares of Give Limited. Okay. Then what are they saying? A subsidiary company of Take Limited, which is implementing a new project. This Give Limited, no, is executing a new project, it seems. Maybe they're constructing a factory. We don't know what it is. Estimated at a cost of 50 lakh. As on, and first of all, and they've taken a borrowing for the financial year 20X1, X2. If they don't give the date of loan, we always assume it as year beginning, just a convention. Meaning loan has been taken on 1st April 20X1. And the investment also has happened on 1st April 20X1, meaning at the year beginning. They are saying at the end of the year, that is 31st March 20X2, since the said project was not completed, that subsidiary company is executing some project, no? Has it got over or still pending? Still pending. The directors of Take Limited resolved to capitalize the interest accruing on borrowings to the extent of 4 lakh and add it to the cost of investment. So since this Give Limited, so first of all, SBI gave a loan to Take Limited. Take Limited utilized that money and they invested in equity shares of Give limited. That means money came from take limited to whose hands now? Give limited. So from SBI, money came from take, or from take it went to give. And that give limited is utilizing this money to do a particular project. That project is complete or not yet complete? Not yet complete. So this particular company, directors of this company, they're saying this project is still not completed. No. So it is taking substantial period of time. So they are treating this investment as a qualifying asset, and whatever interest take limited is giving to SBI, that interest cost they are saying will add it to the cost of investment. Is that right? Is what they are asking. Did you get the scenario, everybody? They want to treat investment as a qualifying asset. Is that yes or wrong? So first of all, you have violated multiple standards here. One, investment is backed by accounting standard 13 there. Okay. What AS 13 says? Acquisition charges like stamp duty, brokerage and all you can capitalize. Interest cost can you capitalize? One is that. Okay, so you violated AS 13 there. Second one is investment a qualifying asset, sir. Where it will get ready, sir? If you buy an investment, it will take time to get ready. Immediately it is ready. So first of all, is investment a qualifying asset? No, investment is not even a qualifying asset, and moreover, the interest cost is not also acquisition charges. That means if you capitalize, you will be violating AS 13 as well as AS 16. That is what you need to write. Okay, now, so the treatment that they have given is wrong, or the treatment they want to give is also wrong. I don't know what they've done. In fact, they resolved it to capitalize. It's okay. So can I give you a short answer for this? Or maybe write down. As per AS 13, not given, I'm not sure. In fact, given, it's okay. As per AS 13, you remember what is accounting standard 13? As per accounting standard 13, acquisition charges is transferred to P&L or capitalized, or rather is added to cost of investment. Can I write? Is added to cost of investment, or you can also give an example like acquisition charges like brokerage, stamp duty, etc. are added to cost of investment. That is one. And then you can write, however, borrowing cost is acquisition cost or not acquisition cost? Is not an acquisition cost. Is not an acquisition cost. Second one. As per AS 16, borrowing cost related to got another 5-10 minutes, hang on. Borrowing cost related to qualifying asset is capitalized. Borrowing cost related to qualifying asset is capitalized. Then you will write what next? However, investment is qualifying asset or not a qualifying asset? Investment is not a qualifying asset. So finally, what is the conclusion? The treatment desired by directors, the accounting treatment desired by the director is correct or not correct? 1 second. One minute. I think we had some internet went off. I think here it's fine. Online people lost. We'll let them be. We'll. 2 months. Okay. Another 5 minutes it could have waited, no? Or maybe somebody put that strong mantra. Exactly 5 minutes it went off. Thank you, sir. Somebody was also that time asking break. Maybe he got the break that he wanted. Just 2 minutes, we'll wait. If it comes, it's okay. Anyway, it's in the fag end. I have to just write the conclusion. It's okay. If it doesn't come, I'll just finish it off and last 2 minutes, let them watch the recording. Hmm? Next question also will do it. Huh? Online people, are we back? Is it okay now? I think we lost some internet connection, some problem there, but is it fine now?
So your answers messages.
I am missing it. Hmm. Yes, people, give me a heads up online. Are you able to hear me?
Recording in progress.
Okay, I think I was on mute there. Yes, people. Now is it fine? Are you able to hear me? Confirm? Okay, all right. Just the conclusion part. So I think till here, I think all of us were good, right? It's the same thing, all of us. I mean, this thing, I think if you had the connection till we wrote those points. Yeah, okay. The final conclusion is what? Accounting treatment desired by whom? Which company is that? Desired by directors. No? Desired by the directors of which company? Take limited is correct or not correct? Is not correct as per AS 16 and 13 ka provisions. That's all. Those are your conclusions. Yes, finished copying. They didn't even say log off. Da, they already started packing parts. Yes. All right. I think that's it for today. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.